Can you sit? Hi, Anaya. Sit. No, mine. My mangoes. So, have you guys ever had dried mangoes? They're so good. And this little guy goes crazy for them because they're like the treats I give him. Hey, sorry guys, if you were on the YouTube, I was having software issues. Get off my counter. No, not for you. These are mine. Look how crazy he goes for them. Dried mangoes. Oh, I love you guys too. So, when more people, I'm gonna wait till a few more of you guys get on here to announce a couple things. I got so many exciting things in the works, guys. Like, I will let some of you know. I am interviewing people who have had real success with stuff. Like, some people have come to me, but it's not been something. I mean, here's the thing. All manifestations are successes. I don't want you to think, even if it's like a nickel on the floor, right? I manifested a nickel. Awesome. That means you're powerful. We all are powerful. Sorry, guys, I'm eating. Just some quick updates so you know. I'm gonna be putting YouTube videos up like 3 to 4 times a week. I haven't figured out a schedule yet. There are YouTubes up, okay? The other thing I want you guys to know, if you follow me on YouTube, you have a chance to win 1 of 3 coaching sessions once I hit 10,000 followers. I did it once on Instagram. I already chose those people. I messaged them individually because I didn't want to like hurt anyone's feelings. Those are done. So Instagram is no longer a thing, guys. But I'm gonna choose 3 followers. But you have to like, comment, and subscribe in order to get the free 1-hour coaching session once I hit 10,000 subscribers. So I want to grow my YouTube channel. Obviously, I'm going to be growing Facebook as well. I will offer something similar. So let's talk about what your manifestations are about. That's the cool thing. And then also, if you've had success with me, and even if you follow another coach or 2, I don't mind. I want to interview you. If you're comfortable getting on camera, I interviewed my first person today. It was a wonderful, wonderful call. I'm going to be interviewing real people and bringing their faces on. I'm not going to be just reading, the bullshit. I mean, here's the thing. Success stories are great. They motivate you, but you don't learn from the success story unless the person tells it themselves. So if you're comfortable coming in front of the camera, or we could even do no camera, I would prefer camera, please DM me, okay? All right. I love you too. You guys are so sweet. Thank you for all the love. You're the best. Okay, guys. So let's get into it. Let's answer questions. Chip, I'm going to give Chip a little bit more mango. Is it true there needs to be action behind your manifestation? Okay, what do you mean by that? No. The only action you take is in your mind. The action will be done for you. Like, guys, there's no way to predict how it's going to unfold. There's no way. Like, I can't even tell you how many times, like, I didn't know how and that's the beauty in it, because if you knew how it was going to unfold, you'd be trying to micromanage it. A lot of time we're trying to micromanage our manifestations. Don't do that, okay? Just trust, it'll happen. Any tips on consistent communication? Stay consistent with the version of them that you're manifesting, right? If you're back and forth, they're going to be back and forth. If you're hot and cold, they're going to be hot and cold. And remember to go to my YouTube. Does anybody want to win like a free hour coaching session? Totally up to you. No judgment here. Again, sorry for the problems with YouTube. The software wasn't working on my MacBook. Okay. Any tips for, my name is Jeffrey. I live in Mora. How do you make a marriage work? Here's the thing. You can make a marriage work. You need to stop thinking your marriage isn't working. So start believing your marriage is working first and foremost. And that's not something I could answer in just 2 minutes. Guys, lives are here to help motivate you, get you in a good mood, make you feel good about manifesting, trust yourself. But everything is on you. Like, if you need more help, book a coaching session. I can help you with that. But I don't know what's going on in your mind, so I can only give you vague advice, right? So I don't know what you've been doing up until now. Okay, can you manifest under a certain time? You can. Absolutely, you can. Guys, there's no limits to this. You can literally manifest anybody, anything, at any time. Okay? Let's see what else is going on. But guys, if you have success stories, please DM me on Insta, because that's the easiest way. Just let me know, hey, I want to do the interview, because I'm going to be interviewing people throughout this process. Like, if you have a success story, let me know. I would love to have you on. It'd be wonderful. Like, not enough coaches like interview people, and I really want to do that. And I don't want to just interview like just subscribers. I want to interview like bigwig people, and I'm in the talks with some bigwig YouTubers that want to do collabs with me, and some of them I'm going to interview, and I'm super excited. So many cool things are going to happen in the near future, and I can't share all of it because, oh, and merch is coming. Be ready. Merch is coming. I'm going to be selling merch soon. But now focusing on me. I didn't see all that, Paula, so if you can repeat. Oh, my YouTube. What is YouTube? Oh, YouTube is a way to watch videos other than TikTok, and they're longer. So go to the link in my bio. If you subscribe to my YouTube channel and you like and comment on the videos, once I hit 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away 3 coaching sessions. So just know that I'm only announcing it on here on the live, but I will be announcing it on TikTok and Instagram soon, so that way we can grow the channel and get all that experience out there. Oh my God, you guys, I can't wait to post the video of the interview I did today. It was wonderful. So wonderful. So wonderful. I'm super excited. I experienced being with SP vividly in my imagination. It feels so real. Yay. That, guys, when it feels like it's real life, it's going to come to you. Like, I'm telling you, when was this? This was a while ago. This was when I had a different SP. This was before I knew law of assumption, no judgment. There's been a few times in my life that I've had very vivid experiences just by playing in my imagination. It still happens now. But when I do that, when it's super vivid and it feels real, it happens almost immediately. That doesn't mean you have to see everything vividly, but it feels like it happened, like I don't doubt it, and it just happens super fast, okay? So that's a good indication that your manifestation's coming, so trust that. Yes, please, we would love to hear more. I don't want just the bullshit success stories, meaning like I don't want just a comment saying you can do it, because that's not enough. You need to know what the person did. Me and the person went back and forth a little bit, so I gotta edit this video, so hopefully I can have the video up. If I start editing it tonight, I can maybe have it up by tomorrow. That could be my next video, right? Like interview with blah, blah, blah. He went from ghosted to together. So it's a really great story. Really great story. Hi, you guys, there's a lot of cool stuff coming. I just want to tell you, I'm not going to be like every other manifestation channel. Not that there's anything bad or good to it. I'm going to start reading Neville on there for you guys. I'm going to start reading Joseph Murphy, reading Florence Scovel Shin, reading books that apply to this, because it's not just Neville. There's many people that do this. Am I a law of assumption person? Absolutely. But I don't think the world ends and starts with Neville either. Like, I love him, but I don't think Neville was right about everything. Hi, I have a great self-concept and confident, but still no SP back. Okay, so I've heard Sammy and Kim say this, and I 1000% agree with them. Just because you have good self-concept doesn't mean you're going to get your specific person back. That's a misconception, because you probably have a belief about SP. You need to work on that belief. If your self-concept is good, that's great. That means you'll be able to manifest better, right? You're more stable. You don't get as triggered. But you have to work on your beliefs when it comes to SP, right? I don't know what your beliefs are. Whatever you think is the reason you can't be together, you need to work on the opposite of that, okay? Very important. How to get out of a slump? Take a break. You want to get out of your slump? Take a break. I tell people that all the time. Quick tips for manifesting becoming a millionaire. Thanks for loving the account. I wish there were just quick tips. Here's the thing. You need to get past the limitations that are keeping you in your limited lifestyle. Listen, I'm all for here's the thing. There's no difference between manifesting $5 or $5 million, but you are your own, right? You're the only person getting your own way. But if you don't believe that you can manifest $1,000, what makes you think you're going to be able to manifest $1 million? Do you see what I'm saying? First, do it in increments. First, get over your fear of poverty. A lot of people have this fear. You know how many times in my life, like, I didn't know where money was going to come from, but I still manifested money like crazy. I lost my job during the pandemic. I was making over $100K a year in marketing. Like, I didn't know I was going to end up here, but I did. There were so many times I didn't know what was coming next, but I trusted and I stopped fearing. The number one thing when you want to have an abundant lifestyle and when it comes to money, you need to get over your fear about money. And you need to stop overthinking every dollar, this and that. People say, here's the thing, I'm all about being practical. Like, you can't just spend, let's say you have $3,000 in your account and rent's $1,500 and you need to buy groceries and stuff like that. I'm not saying go spend all $3,000, but don't have anxiety about it, right? Just trust. Like, I'm telling you, there were so many times that it shouldn't have worked for me, but it did. Everything, and I've always had that belief. I don't look at my bank account that often, very rarely. And it's been one of the most wonderful things I've ever done for myself. That doesn't mean go be reckless. That means do things that you're comfortable with, but you got to get over the fear of poverty. I can give you tips on how to become a millionaire, but if you're not getting over your resistance to what's keeping you where you're at, you're not going to be able to jump there, okay? What's your YouTube name? I am Maria Voss, okay? I'm in that state. Awesome. Need help visualizing. Just keep practicing. That's it. No, it's a Havanese. My dog's a Havanese, not a Shih Tzu. I know everybody thinks Chip is a people think he's a Shih Tzu or like a Maltese, which Havaneses are a mix, right? So they're like half poodle, half Maltese, I think. He's a part of the Maltese family. I know that for sure. Let me see, guys. There's a lot of questions on here. Need help visualizing. Just keep practicing, right? Like, practice on things that are in your home. Like, imagine, like, I can imagine myself sitting here on the iPad because I've done it a million times. So just imagine doing that. Do something that's normal and just keep practicing at it and you'll get better and better. Being in the state feels amazing. I agree. It's a very nice state. So if you want to be in an abundant state, right? Just imagine you're in an abundant state. Guys, I'm not saying that you can't dream big. You can, but a lot of you can't get there because a lot of you are in poverty mindset. Some of you can't even think, oh, $1,000 to manifest is hard. But if someone has that mentality, you're not going to be able to manifest $1 million. Like, I don't mean to be rude, but like, guys, you got to be really real with where you're at. And while, yes, there are manifesting tips to make you a millionaire, but you have to have the beliefs that you can. If you don't, I can give you all the tips in the world, but you're not going to get there because your assumptions are what you need to change about, right? You need to change your assumptions about money. When you change your assumptions about money, that's when you become a millionaire. Okay, when things get easier, and you got to stop being afraid of poverty. I'm not afraid of poverty at all. I'm telling you, there's been so many times where even with coaching, like, I get overwhelmed and I stop the coaching and then I bring it in. I make it busier, right? Like, it depends on how much money I want. I can make it flow like a river. I can slow it down. I know how to do it. Starting the no connection time. What does no connection mean? You mean no contact? Yes, tomorrow, no pressure. What is your biggest irrational fear? Mine? I don't really focus on fears too much. Could be, we all get in the moment where it feels like things don't work for us. We're human. I don't know. I don't focus on things like that unless it comes up in the moment. So I try not to think about that because I have no limitation. I don't have irrational fears. I have no limitations to anything I want to be because I have no blocks when it comes to manifestations. You should think like that too. Do I have a backup account? No, I do not. Please report them. The account Manifestation Alchemy on here is not me. So please delete it or please unsubscribe to them. I already made a video about it, guys. I can't make a million about them. I only go by I am Maria Voss. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Pinterest, actually. Believe it or not, that is me as well. And Facebook's coming too. You look beautiful. Love the hair. Thanks. It's blonde and long. I know you guys usually see me with my hair up. I'm trying to be a little bit more. You look beautiful, by the way. Thank you. So I already believe SP is amazing and a great boyfriend. So check our relationship and affirm details. What do you mean check our relationship? You shouldn't be checking anything. Let things unfold naturally. Guys, don't ever check the 3D. Don't ever try to force things. Things will happen the way they're supposed to. How can I manifest a relationship with SP? We have a past and it triggers me. You need to work on your memories. First, you need to deal with, guys, the triggers are, okay, when triggers come up, you got to deal with those things. You got to feel them in your body. That's how you get rid of them. But you need to target, right, what your assumptions are about him and about yourself, because the truth is the reason they're being projected onto him is because it's in your self-concept. So you need to change your beliefs about what, I don't know what your past entails. Have they left you? Is there a third party? Is there distance? Is it their family? Whatever, right? You have some kind of everybody, whoever is not with their SP has a third party situation. Everybody does. If you're not with your SP, you have some kind of third party, whether it's no contact, whether it's an actual third party, whether it's distance, whether it's friends, whether it's, I don't know, them working too much or them being a player. These are all third party. You're your own third party, right? Your self-concept created that and put that on them. So you need to change your self-concept so you can project a better version of them, but you also need to change your beliefs about them. It's not just about you, it's also about them and your beliefs about relationships. A lot of you get too comfortable in the past and then you have a hard time transitioning into this new version. You need to feel the resistance when it comes up, shut off the mind, and then re-entertain by living in the end, okay? How are you? I'm great, Carissa. How are you? I texted SP with no fear. That's good. Went by my day and noticed no response. What does that matter? Guys, do not reach out to your SP unless you're okay with them not responding. I'm not trying to be mean, but here's the thing. If you're feeling really good, that's great. But what if they respond in a day or two or in a week? That's okay. Leave it alone. Go about your day. Here's the truth. Even though you're feeling good, right? You are predominantly in fear, or they would have responded. Or you have a fear that they don't respond to you or people ghost you. So you need to work on those right? You need to believe that you're chosen. You have a belief that people maybe don't listen to you or don't respond to you or like ignore you. It depends. It depends on what insecurities you're having. I don't know what specific insecurities you have because we've never like done a coaching call, okay? Your specific person, that means SP, yes. With your help, I'm getting a huge bonus. Oh, congratulations. Guys, even if you have success with work and you don't mind being in front of a camera, DM me on Insta and I will interview you. Super fun to do interviews. I think I'm gonna like do it a little bit more question-based because this one was a little free-flowing, which was awesome, but it was like a little bit back and forth. And I kind of want to go like, you know, in stages, like, where are you? Yeah. With your help, I manifested a bonus. That's awesome. You're with your SP? I'm mad at my SP right now. That's okay. Forgive them. Get over it. Revise what they did and move on, guys. I'm telling you, there's no point to hold on to like being mad or anything like that. Let me see. With your help. Okay, that's awesome. I have a friend that keeps making digs to my lower self-esteem. You need to work on your self-concept. They're only making digs at you because you have these insecurities within yourself, right? If you feel like I'm not good enough, I'm not important, I'm ugly, I'm just making stuff up here. I'm not saying that's what you're actually doing, but if they're mirroring that back to you, it's because you feel that. Guys, everyone's your mirror. No one's doing anything to you because they are you pushed out. They are you. The person in front of you is you. So work on that self-concept, change it, and believe that this person is now nice. Like, here's a great example. I saw a family member that normally can be mean. And the last couple months, because I've changed my beliefs about this person, they are so nice to me now and so loving. And it's like, it is like a shocker anytime she says something to me. And I'm just like, whoa. We're talking, this woman's been negative her whole life. And she would talk to me and it wasn't mad at me. It was more like a tiff she had with another family member of mine. So she would always complain about it and then kind of let it out on me. And it was really hard. Like, this family member would have me in tears sometimes because it was so tough to hear some of these things. And I shifted the way I saw her. She's completely the opposite now. It's always telling me how beautiful I look, so kind, so patient, like just so nice. Like, even now she's like, you know what? I'd really love a relationship with you. And I'm like, and she wasn't a horrible person. She just like was kind of a version I didn't like. So I entertained this new version and guess what? Done. Oh, you want to see my dog? He's on the floor. I'll bring him up later. Is it the trick to be persistent? That's a huge part of it, but it's not just about being persistent. It's also allowing yourself to feel the triggers so they don't keep coming back. How can I manifest a raise? Depends. What's your blocks about not manifesting a raise? What is guys, remember, I can give you, if I need more information so I can give you a better answer. Can I shift into all aspects? Yeah, of course you can. My SP gets hot and cold. That's because you're hot and cold. One day you're living in the end, the other day you're not. Guys, when your SP shows up the way you want and then the way you don't want and back and forth, it's because you're living in the end, you're not living in the end. It's like pull and pull, push and pull. You pull them towards you, you push them away. It's because you're probably not stable within yourself. And this is why the whole point of self-concept is not to get the specific person. It's to get yourself stable and well, so that way when SP acts up or you see something in the 3D that you think isn't working for you but always is, you don't teeter-totter from it. You kind of sit still. You're like, doesn't matter. That's when you get the results that you want. A lot of you will think things aren't working in your favor because you see something that appears to be going wrong, but in reality it's going right, and then you get upset. Or some of you like to check the 3D. Some of you will be like, I was on their profile 10 times yesterday. And then the next day they're like, I checked their profile 100 times a day. Guys, I'm telling you, a lot of you are too quick to judge the 3D or check the 3D. Don't do that. If you were really living in the end, you wouldn't give a fuck. Imagine them and then go about your day. Live your best life now. Who gives a fuck if they're with someone else or not with you right now? Then go get your here's the thing, guys. Don't sit at home hiding. A lot of people don't want to live their life because they're afraid to. I used to be like this too in the beginning. No, get your stinky butt off the bed, take a shower, and take care of yourself. Meditate if you want to. I love meditating. I'm not the same person if I don't meditate. Not meaning I can't have a good self-concept without it, but it's a big part of my life, right? I like doing breath work a little bit. I do the Wim Hof method. That's a good one you could do too. Get up, get your stinky butt off the couch or off the bed. Stop being depressed, because a lot of us do that, and I get it. I know what it's like to be there. I'm not saying it's always easy, but what do you think? When you feel bad and you do things that don't make you feel good, like eating a quarter thing of ice cream, are you gonna feel better? No. I mean, ice cream tastes good, don't get me wrong. I love it too. If you have good self-concept and beliefs that you won't gain weight, cool. But if you have beliefs that eating 2 bites of ice cream is gonna make you fat, then why are you sitting on the couch depressed? Guys, live your life now. Stop waiting for that thing to make you happy. Nothing's gonna make you happy. You're the only one that can make you happy. And when you keep looking outside of yourself for things to make you happy, you're always gonna be chasing things. And things might come to you, but they're also gonna leave because your happiness depends on that thing. And that's not how this works. When you can become the happy person without the thing, that's when the thing shows up, right? So it's you don't manifest what you want, you manifest what you are. This is why we tell you to give yourself what you need. So the key component is get your stinky butt off the bed right now. Take a shower, okay? Make yourself look nice. Even if you're a guy, just put a little gel in your hair or however you look. I don't care. Even if you're a transgender woman, right? Go wash your hair. Get up. Go to the gym if that makes you feel good. Clean your house. Let's be honest. We all feel better when our house is clean. Me personally, I can't have a nasty house. Go hang out with some friends. That doesn't mean talk about the situation. Even if you're a specific person, you guys haven't talked in 6 months, go on a date. Get out. Feel pretty, have sex, enjoy yourself, as long as you don't get attached. I mean, here's TikTok. Do the things that are gonna make you feel good. Stop sitting at home moping, eating a tub of ice cream, right? Watching, I don't know, like stupid shows. Like Grey's Anatomy. I love Grey's Anatomy. It's fun, but do other things. Live your life. What is your dream life? If you want to go to Costa Rica and go do yoga, go do it. If you want to go visit your best friend in Charlotte, North Carolina, go do it. What are your excuses? Oh, my SP's not here yet. So what? You do that in your mind. Guys, getting something to work for you is not about chasing it. It's about doing it in your mind, right? Living in the end. And the actions that are needed to take place, is action sometimes required in the 3D? Sure, but you won't know when you're taking action. That's how this unfolds, and the beauty in it, that's the beauty in it. You don't want to know how it unfolds. Would you want to know the end of a book or the end of a movie? No, you wouldn't watch it. You'd be like, oh, I want to skip forward to the end. For what? So you can't keep your manifestation? There might be things that have to happen along the way for you to get there. It's a destination. It's like putting something into your GPS. It's going to take you on a windy road sometimes. Sometimes it's going to be a straight shot. I don't know. It might be a 2-minute ride. Sometimes it might be 2 hours. Sometimes it might be 20 hours. That all depends on you. When you're trying to manifest the reality you want, it might be like a 20-hour drive, but then it ends up being a 20-minute drive because you shifted. You're in and out of different states all the time. Every second of every moment is an opportunity to start over. This isn't about being woo-woo or faking it or affirming all day. A lot of you come to me, I affirm all day. For what? Why? Why the fuck would you want to say affirmations all day, every day? That's annoying. To me, that's a lot of work. This isn't supposed to be work. This is supposed to be fun. Your mind is the remote control to the world in front of you. The only thing limiting you to having it is the way you feel about it. Right? Because we can imagine anything. It's what we feel that gets in the way, right? It's your feeling. People say it's what you think that manifests. It's what you feel. Bullshit. Thinking helps you feel better, not the other way around, right? Because if you feel good about something, ooh, guess what? That's about to come. All right? And it doesn't mean you have to have some ecstatic, like, fireworks moment when you're with your SP in your mind, like, like it's like an orgasm. No, this is not how it works. Because when it's normal and natural to you, you're going to feel very, like, mundane about it. Like the way you would. I get excited every day about my iced caramel coffee, okay? I don't like going to Starbucks. I buy the Trader Joe's caramel. I put it in here. I live in one of those fancy schmancy buildings that is like a freaking hotel. One of those bougie buildings. I walk down the hall. I get my 2 shots or 3 shots, depending on the day, of caffeine. Put it in here. Put ice. Put my favorite almond milk. Top it off with a little bit of oat milk, right? Put my caramel in there. And I look forward to this every day. All right? Every day. But I feel good about it. I'm not like, oh my God. No, I'm like, I'm excited. I can't wait to drink my coffee. I crave them every day. And I manifest them. There's no difference between your SP or iced coffee, literally. And I know that sounds very too simple almost, but it is that simple. Okay, let me look at the comments because I've been ramping on and on about bullshit. And like, you guys are like, but I have questions. My SP goes hot and cold with me because you're hot and cold, sweetie. Specific person, special person, same thing. SP told me he doesn't want anything serious. Then okay, guys, stop trying to change the version that you have. Stop having conversations with them. Just focus on the version that you do want. And then if you're meant to have a conversation, you will. Do you see what I'm saying? The reason your SP won't change is because you're focused on the version that you don't want. You can't change the one you don't want because they don't want something serious. You need to focus on the one that wants to be serious with you. And guess what? They'll become that automatically. People are constantly changing all the time, every second of every moment. That's just how this works because we're in infinite realities and everything exists at once. All right? Only time my manifestations really work is if I write it down. Then keep doing that shit. Put a fucking note. Guys, I love scripting too, if I'm being really honest. When I script shit, I have this course I did a couple years ago and I've been dying to do it again. It takes like 5 days. It's a Chrissy Marie Sheldon course. Some of the stuff doesn't resonate because I don't believe in everything, but I did her course years ago and I remember I did her course and within a week everything happened. And she has like this whole way of doing it. And I'm like, I kind of want to do it again because there's some really big things I want to come in. Not that I have to use her course, but I love her course because it's all about scripting. And I'm a huge scripter myself. Then keep scripting. Script in your phone. Get a little special notebook that is like my magical notebook. Like put oils on it if you want. Put some crystals on it. I don't give a shit. Whatever makes it feel special. Could be freaking stickers from freaking the dollar store or Target, whatever. Make it look pretty. You could even make the outside of it look like a vision board. By the way, there's nothing wrong with vision boards. I've heard a lot of coaches talk shit about that and they need to shut their mouths because that's not how this works. Guys, here's the thing. If something works for you, if you believe, okay, I used to be really big into crystals. I still like them. Do I know that they don't manifest for me? Yes, I know they don't manifest for me. I know I manifest, but I used to believe that certain crystals manifest for me. So let's say hypothetically, you believe this, I don't even know what kind of crystal this is. Let's say you believe combining this crystal with this crystal will help you manifest. Then fucking put it in your purse. I don't give a shit. If you have success with something like the 2-cup method, if it works for you and you like it, or 5 by 55, then do it. Stop listening to people with limiting beliefs telling you what to do. It's your reality. I always tell you guys, do what's best for you. Just because someone says something doesn't mean you have to accept it as true. And when you get really good at this, you're gonna listen to shit and be like, not in my reality. That doesn't make a coach bad, but a coach should never push their limiting beliefs on you. I try my best not to. I'm not saying I haven't. I'm human, right? But it doesn't matter if you like vision boards. I like vision boards. I love them. I've always had great success with them because I believe that they work. Think about it. You're looking at it every day, so it makes you live in the end. Nothing wrong with that. There's something called mind movies. Do you guys know what that is? It's like an online vision board. You watch it for like 5 or 10 minutes. You put pictures up. I've done that in the past. That shit worked for me as well. If some coach is like, you don't need that, you could just use your mind. Well, fuck off then. You know what? That works for me. That makes me feel good. And I'm not here to hate on anybody. This isn't me giving hate to anybody, but unfortunately, there's a lot of morons out there trying to give you horrible advice. This is bullshit. The universe isn't manifesting for you. Who cares? Who's manifesting for you? Let's talk about the God complex. This is actually a video I'm going to make because so many people are making this a thing and it does not matter. And I want to clear this up for a lot of you. And then I promise I will go into the comments and read. God complex. What do I actually mean by God complex? This means that a lot of people, some people don't come to Neville because it makes them feel uncomfortable knowing that they're the God of their own reality. A lot of people are not ready to hear that, okay? And if you're not ready to hear that, that's okay. A lot of people still believe there is a God, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. Or maybe you're Muslim, Christian, Hindu. I don't know. There's so many religions in the world. Maybe you're agnostic, right? Maybe you're atheist and don't want to believe in anything. That's fine. Maybe you believe in the archangels. I still believe in angels. I still believe in Jesus. I still consider myself a Christian. Do you know that? Why? Because this is how I look at saints and people like Buddha and Jesus. I see them as ascended masters. I don't know if you know what that means. It's basically people that have achieved enlightenment on earth, okay? They have understand who they truly are and they were examples of that for us to follow. Meaning, I believe people like that, even Mary, right? The Immaculate Conception. I was named after that woman, okay? My name means manifestation. Maybe that's why I teach it now. I don't know, right? There are some things I don't know yet, and I'm sure at some point it's gonna make sense. But regardless of the situation, whether you are Hindu, Muslim, whatever, it's your reality, your rules. So if you still want to believe in God, that's okay. If you still want to believe in the universe, that's okay. If you still want to believe that your higher self is manifesting for you, that's okay. And let me explain why. It doesn't matter. There's a baby that runs up and down the halls all the time. We'll give it 1 second until she walks by, because I might use this later, maybe for a video later. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. The only thing, you are always manifesting, okay? But if you believe you manifest through God, that's okay. You're one with God. And if you don't want to believe you're one with God, but you believe because infinite realities exist and God manifests through you, that's okay too. Do you see what I'm saying? Or if you want to believe that you manifest through, I'm not saying people believe in Buddha. I don't know, maybe they do. I'm not sure about all religions. I don't have a whole list of them in my head, okay? Maybe you believe you manifest through Krishna. Maybe you believe you manifest through Allah, which is the same as God, right? Or you manifest through Jesus or Mary or a saint or Archangel Michael, whoever, your higher self, your aunt who's passed away on the other side. It's fine. It doesn't matter if you think God, the universe, or whatever. All you need to understand is that things are possible because you have the option to do that through them if that's what you choose to believe. I'm not saying you have to believe that, but just know there is no difference between higher self, God, Christ, consciousness, Allah, Krishna, whoever, Buddha, okay? Trust yourself enough that you get to create the rules. If it resonates for you to believe that, and I don't know if Krishna is like the ultimate God in Hinduism. I am just using him as an example, okay? So please don't get upset by that. If you believe that Krishna, right, is the main God, not saying he is, and if I'm wrong, correct me later and I'll learn. Whoever the main Hindu God is, let's say you're Hindu and the main God is Krishna. This is just an example, all right? And you believe all things are possible through Krishna, but you also know that you can manifest anything in your reality. If it feels wrong or blasphemous to believe that you are more powerful than Krishna, that's okay. Then you could be like, you know what, because Krishna exists and I understand manifestation, I can manifest anything through reality through Krishna because Krishna allows me. Do you see what I'm saying? What do they say? All things are possible with Christ, right? God, human imagination is I think God is your own human imagination. Neville said it over and over again. I still believe a God exists. I just believe we're one with them. But I still believe in God, in Jesus and saints and all that. I don't have a problem with it because they're me pushed out, right? You don't even have to, I mean, you pushed out is an important component, or you could just believe that infinite versions exist. All I'm trying to say is just know what your version of what's true for you in your reality you create. So if you're comfortable with believing there's no God and that you're the one thing, that's fine. If you believe it's through God, Jesus, Krishna, whoever, it's okay. All right? Don't think that just because you heard someone say, oh, it's not the universe manifesting for you. You can believe whatever you want. It's your reality. It's your rules. That's all I wanted to say. I know I got a little loud with that, but I've heard a lot of bullshit on this app. Okay. I'm really behind on comments. I feel like guys, please do not write part 1, part 2, part 3. I'm not going to remember the first part. I feel like I miss him a lot and I keep getting frustrated. Then take your break, sweetie. Work on your self-concept, then come back to him. You need to deal with those triggers. It's your self-concept you need to work on. Hi, specific person involved. They are not involved in your manifesting because they are a reflection of you. They can do whatever they want in your reality. So don't feel guilty about it, okay? Thank you for saying all that. Yeah, it's just that I've heard so many horrible videos where people are talking about like, it doesn't matter. You get to choose. It's your reality. If something doesn't resonate with you, that doesn't mean a coach is bad. Just remember you get to decipher what's true and real in your reality, okay? Don't let somebody else decipher that for you. You are just, think of yourself as like, you're like a channel for everything in your reality, right? Like it has to filter through you first. So just because you hear or something appears outside of you doesn't mean you have to keep creating it. It's just there to show you what's within you. I don't believe in God, and that's okay. You don't have to believe in God. You don't have to believe in Christ. You don't have to believe in Buddha. You don't have to believe in anything. Or you could believe in all those things. Why do I keep seeing different angel numbers? Because you're manifesting them. Here's the thing. If you want to believe that angel numbers means that it's a sign that you're on track, then do that. Do I personally think that? No. I usually make it think like it's alignment. You could even believe the little, if you Google it, usually has some kind of meaning. You don't have to adopt that as true. You could just be like, that just means I'm on track. Honestly, it really doesn't mean anything. Everything in your reality is empty and meaningless. You give it meaning. So whatever you think is what it means. How do you stay motivated when the third is showing up the opposite? What third? I'm sorry. Third parties don't exist on my channel. Just put your focus on what you want and deal with the triggers that's creating that in the first place, right? So if you let's call this competition. All right, when something appears to be dating your specific person, even though it's just a shadow and it doesn't exist in our realities, because I don't like talking about it because it's not real. And why would you fear something that's not real? The other person is just like, because you can't put yourself with them, you created that person, so they got them instead because you were fearful of that happening. What does that mean usually? That you have a fear that you're not good enough, you're not chosen, right? That you don't matter, you're not a priority, that other people always get what you want. It depends on your belief systems, but usually it's a combination of all those things, okay? I tried whisper, hold on. Someone said I tried whisper. Where is it? Thank you, coach. You're welcome. I don't believe in God. That's okay. Yes, it is. I tried whisper method in 69 seconds to manifest a message. Nothing. Because you had a fear it wasn't going to work. Guys, nothing, no movement in months. Because you haven't changed your self-concept or your belief about the person. Guys, quick techniques are here's the thing. There's unfortunately on this app, and this is what drives me bonkers, and I'm going to call it out. And there's nothing wrong with techniques or gimmicks, okay? Because they can get you results temporarily. Unless you have really good self-concept. Or unless you have no resistance to it. Now, if you have resistance to your manifestation, your specific person, whatever, you're not going to get what you want. There are a lot of people on here only teaching you bullshit. I teach you techniques and I teach you gimmicks sometimes too, because some people want quick fixes. It's normal. But I also teach you how to get out of that. I teach you how to have a good self-concept. I teach you how to not let things limit you and how to not believe other things that other people say is true for yourself. I teach you how to make up your own mind, your own decisions. But a lot of coaches don't do that because they're just teaching you gimmicks. Guys, here's the thing. If I really wanted to, I probably could have easily grown my page to like 500,000 followers if I did gimmicks all day, every day, and talked about SP all day, every day. But I want you to learn everything. And if I'm only teaching you SP, and sometimes there are days where there's a lot of SP shit because y'all be asking me a lot of SP shit. Do I have affirmations on here? Sure. Do I have whisper method on here? Sure. But you don't see a ton of it. There's some coaches that's all you see. Stay away from those coaches because those are gimmick coaches. There are coaches on here that have been on here for like a few months and they claim to make $30,000 or $40,000 a month. Bullshit. I'm not even making that yet. Maybe if you had like millions of followers, I'd believe that. But if you have like less than 100,000 followers and you haven't been on here all this time and all you sell is gimmicks, and you're telling people you're making $30,000, $40,000 a month, maybe that's what you're saying to affirm it into your reality. Okay, I respect that, but guys, please be careful of some of the people you follow. There's a lot of bullshitters on here. There's people I know in this community that may not have that high of a following, but they're amazing coaches and they're insanely busy just because they're very sought after, right? And I don't think they're even making $40,000 or $50,000 a month. And they have YouTube. Let me tell you something. On TikTok, unless you have millions of followers, you're not making a lot of money on here. Just letting you know. Unless you get brand deals. I've gotten a couple. You can make some money off of that. You can. And maybe if you're selling, I don't know, just a lot of people claiming stuff that I know is bullshit. And I'm a huge bullshit detector. And I sometimes want to backhand these people because they're selling you bullshit. They're not being real with you. But regardless of the situation, maybe that's their way of living in the end. So I try not to fully judge, but... And then there are some people that are just wealthy. But I've heard some of these people talk and you could tell beforehand they were broke as shit. And I'm sure they're making some money now, but I highly doubt they're making $40,000 or $50,000 a month. Because I know I am friends with very successful coaches, and I'm not going to reveal all their names just for privacy reasons. And I know some of them are not making that much money. Because when you're doing a coaching session, 30, 40, right, even if you're charging $300 or $400 a person, there's only so many coaching sessions you could do in a day without draining yourself. Unless you're booking like 100 people, which would literally be impossible. But I don't know. Depends on the person, but whatever. Unless you're someone that charges maybe like $5,000 a session, which is ridiculous. Don't ever pay that shit, my opinion. There are idiots that charge that much. Okay, I'm done ranting. Sorry. I was in a mood. See, here's one beautiful thing about me. I will never talk about someone because that's just not my style and they're me pushed out. Will I call out bullshit? Yes, because I'm all about respect and rules and plus healthy boundaries, right? But I will never call anybody out. But it's just that I've seen some people lie very obviously about certain things and I'm like, oh, shut the fuck up. You're lying. But okay, I created you and I can uncreate you. I'm done ranting. What would you like to ask? Sorry, guys. I get in moods sometimes. No, actually, I have nothing to apologize for. I'm being honest. I never talk shit about nobody. So, whatever. Thanks for the love. You guys are awesome. Can you please talk about manifesting money? What do you want to know about money? Can you be a little more specific? And we will talk about it. Can I date while manifesting an SP? Fuck yeah, you can. And you better be doing it Girl, go get your orgasms on. That's all I gotta say. Yes, you can date. The only time I tell people not to date is if it like makes you think you're not gonna get your SP back, but that's only because you have a belief in the way. It's really healthy to date because you can practice on these people. I don't mean, this isn't about using somebody, but it gives you a chance to see what you like, what you don't like, right? And plus, who doesn't want to feel wanted or have an orgasm? Nothing wrong with that. Who cares? Just go live your life. There's people that start dating and sometimes for like give up on their specific person because they find someone better. You change throughout this process. I'm not saying you can't get your specific person. Absolutely you can. And of course you can change them, but you don't know how you're going to feel in 3 months or 6 months. I've had to like change SPs in the past before I knew Neville a few times. I mean, you grow up and like sometimes, you know, when you're younger, sometimes you're really attracted to the guy that's does this for a living and, you know, looks a certain way. And then you meet someone else and you're like, oh, they're way hotter and they have a way better job. And, you know, sometimes it's nicer when the person's more successful. I'm not saying that it's all about that, but, you know, sometimes you want it and you can always recreate your person and make them more wealthy, but sometimes you don't want to settle for certain things. Or sometimes it's like a broken house, right? Like there's been instances in my life where like, I feel like I settled for people, and this was before I knew law of assumption. And it's like you know who used to use this analogy with me? It was, I used to coach long time ago, not now so much, but about 3.5 years ago, I coached with Amanda from Create Your Future. She no longer coaches people. It was just for a few months. She helped me greatly. She helped me understand a lot of things I didn't fully understand. And she used to tell me that sometimes an old specific person is like a broken house. And it's not always that way, but because we've created so many stories, right? Like sometimes you manifest someone, or maybe it's someone new or whatever, and it's not quite what you want. It's like, you know, maybe their family isn't all that great. It's like you got to fix a lot of things, and sometimes it's annoying. And I'm not saying you can't get your specific person. You absolutely can, and you can change all of their family members. But sometimes it's easier to get a brand new house. Depending on where you're at in the journey. Don't think you can't get your specific person. It's not what I'm saying, okay? But yes, you should date. At least that's my opinion. LOL, my belief SP is gonna have a fit body. There you go. Hey, I mean, if you haven't talked to your SP in a while, here's the beautiful thing. You can manifest them coming in completely different. You can manifest that they lost 30 pounds. You can manifest that, I don't know, they're way richer now. They have a bigger house, that they want to travel the world with you. You can change a lot of things. That their family absolutely loves and adores you. Guys, sometimes some of you are like, oh my God, we haven't been in contact. Who gives a fuck? If they're triggering you all the time, would you want to be in contact? If you're getting triggered left and right, sometimes it's better to like, I never say don't talk to them, but sometimes it's better to step back and focus on you and work out those things, because you're not always necessarily gonna work it out overnight. My belief is SP is gonna have a fit body. That's awesome. What if I have a deep knowing it's gonna happen? That's awesome, and of course it will. Everything always happens for you, not to you. Well, that's another thing for me to say, but can we manifest 2 people? Absolutely. You can manifest 5. Yeah, I got one coming this weekend. Good for you. Hi, I feel great self-concept and confident, relaxed, but no SP back. Well, then change your beliefs about your specific person. Guys, just because you have good self-concept doesn't mean they're going to come back. You need to change because here's the truth. If just your self-concept alone if your self-concept alone could have changed it, it would have come in. Sometimes that's enough for people. But if it isn't good enough, that means you still have a block here. You believe you can have anyone but them. Then you need to work on that. If you know it, you have a deep knowing it's going to happen, that's good. I've been manifesting a little bit of money. All right, guys, I'm just going to be on for like 5 more minutes. I'm a little tired, and there's a lot of things I want to do. I manifested a guy that fit all but don't feel right and wanted SP to... What? That fit all I wanted but doesn't feel right and wasn't SP, so decided I want SP. That's okay. You manifested someone new and they're no longer what you want. That's okay. How do we manifest 2 SPs? Just imagine both of them. There you go. Boom. Can you explain thought transmission? Thought transmission is like a telephone. Anytime you think about someone, I did a video on this a long time ago. If you're fighting in your head, like in remembering old conversations, like you're a bitch, I don't want nothing to do with you, stay away from me, and you're thinking about that, that's what your SP's thinking. Now, if you're thinking about, oh, they really love and adore me, they think I'm amazing. When they, go there. They make me, and they just, they tell me how beautiful I am. It depends. Where are you predominantly at? If you're entertaining the version of them like, they don't want me, they're with someone else. Well, what do you think they're thinking? They're thinking whatever you're predominantly thinking. It's more than what you're predominantly thinking. The truth is, what state are you dwelling in? Which personality are you more? Guys, think of yourselves as like, we kind of do have personality disorder kind of exists when you're manifesting, because you're in and out of different states, but not in the way you would think like Amber Heard type of thing. But it depends, where are you dwelling, right? Like where are your assumptions at? That creates the state and that creates the thoughts. So if you're predominantly in victim mode, right, in a victim state, thinking that nothing works for you and they don't want to be with you, then that's what they're thinking. I don't like him or her. I don't want to be with him or her. And they may not even be thinking about you at all. If you think they're not thinking about me, what are your main assumptions about them? And I'm not saying the new ones you're affirming, the ones you actually believe to be true. Once you like shift and that becomes your main focus and you actually start creating that in your reality and that kind of runs on default, that's when it gets pushed out. Okay? How can I quantum jump? By entertaining the reality that you want. That's how you quantum jump. All right, guys, I think I'm going to bounce. How have you ever been able to manifest something in days or hours? Yep. I manifest everything primarily now within, I say the longest, it can take me like a few weeks if it's something that I have a little bit of resistance to, or just a few days. Pretty quickly now. I don't have a lot of doubts when it comes to my manifestations. For example, I owed money somewhere today. And I've been owing money to this company for a while, and they charged me for something, and I kind of don't want to say what it's for, and it doesn't matter, but I got charged for something, right? And they told me a while ago, like last year, that this was the last time they were going to waive this fee, right? So I need to pay this fee in order to go to this place. So I called today, and I've been playing phone tag with this person for a while. Like, I think we called each other back and forth for a few times because I was actually willing to pay it. I didn't care if they removed the fee or not, if I'm being really honest. I was kind of like, they remove the fee, they don't want to, I don't care. Like, who gives a shit? Like, what's the big deal? Why am I controlling the how? I thought that to myself, okay? And I had no resistance to doing this. And for the funny part, for a long time, I didn't want to call. And then today, I was out running errands. And I was like, you know what, I should really call because I want to start going there again. And I picked up the phone, I called, and I called the person, they answered, and I just said, hey, can we deal with this issue? Can we, deal with it? And she goes, yeah, I actually put it on hold for you because I knew you contacted me, and now we can deal with it. And I'm like, great. And I'm like, before we move forward, which I have no problem, paying, I want you to know this. For some reason, I felt the need to say this, and I've imagined them waiving the fee, but I even believed that they weren't going to, and they still did, okay? I even thought to myself, they're probably not going to remove the fee, but I also have a belief that everything's always working for me, even when I think it's not. And I always believe everything works in my favor. I have strong convictions about this, okay? Very strong convictions about this. And for some reason, when I'm about to, right before I was about to give her my credit card number, I'm like, I feel like you need to know this was going on when this happened, and that's why I wasn't able to, be there at that time. That's why I basically didn't go to something, and this is why I got charged a fee. It was like $75. And I even told her, hey, just so you know, here's the thing, when you become very authentic, shit works a lot better for you. I was really honest too. I was like, just so you know, I know they've done this 2 other times for me. You've waived the fee. But just so you know, this did happen twice more because of this situation, and this is why I wasn't able to make it to that, and this was going on at the time. The lady goes, I know exactly what it's like to go through that. I have wiped your fee. You're good to go now. You can come back. And I didn't think she was going to waive the fee. And she did, because I believe I get what I want even when I think it's not working. That's what happens when you have really good assumptions. So just know shit's always working in your favor. Okay? Like, don't think that it's not. You just have to make that a strong assumption and things will work better in your reality. Oh, do you have a live on regular every day? I do not. Today is Monday. I'll probably do a live Wednesday. I'll announce it on Wednesday. I wanted to do one on YouTube. I need to figure out YouTube. How do you schedule lives? I think if you follow me, it'll tell you, but I will schedule them moving forward if I can, okay? How do you have such great self-concept? I worked on my fears. How do I have such great self-concept? I worked on my assumptions. And I also know how to shift when I'm not in a great place. So, I mean, here's the truth. You're still going to have off moments. I don't judge myself. And I also don't beat myself up because I know the state creates. So when you start understanding that it's not so much your thoughts, it's more how you feel. You don't get mad at yourself when you do something that you're not supposed to. You're just like, the state took over me, because the state can take you over. But you need to know how to shift out of the state. How do you shift out of the state? By feeling the feeling and then aiming for what feels better or a state that's better. It's a whole other process. Guys, I'm never going to be nothing but honest. I'm telling you, the more authentic and the more I am Maria, the more better I do with everything, and the more people show up better in my reality. I'm never going to try to be anybody but other than me, because I'm pretty fucking awesome. That's my style. Do I swear sometimes? Yes, I've been yelled at and told that's not ladylike. So I'm working on it. I'm human. I try to say effing more, but you know, I wish you can put this live video somewhere. You know what? I'll put it on YouTube. I'll put it on YouTube. So, I don't know if I'll probably just upload it. I'll download it and put it on YouTube. There was another one I did the other day that was phenomenal, and I want to put that up. How do you make yourself get out of the blah feeling? Feel it. So whatever's making you feel blah, you gotta feel it and you gotta shut off your mind. Guys, when you feel blah and like you keep being in like not such a great state, it's because you're believing what's true for you. You're believing that's your truth, right? So you're becoming a victim to the state. You're believing this identity, you're wearing like a costume, and you're just like there. The best way to shift out of it is feeling it, right? Dealing with the resistance, and then once you're in a neutral place, you give yourself the opposite of what you need, like whatever the opposite of that was, and then entertain what the opposite of that is. So let's just say like I'm in a victim mentality right now, like nothing works for me, I can't get what I want, this is really hard, life sucks, I'm a failure. Let's just say that's, because we all feel that sometimes. Where do you feel that in your body? When I think of that, I feel it in my heart. So then I'm going to shut off my mind. I'm going to put my hand on my heart, and if you're in public, you could just imagine this. You're going to feel it. What do I feel right now? I feel a little bit of anxiety. I feel like a failure. I feel not good enough. Okay, so just feel into it. Shut off the mind. Don't even think about the feelings now. Just feel. You feel it. I'm feeling it now. You just feel the emotion. So now I'm going to just feel the emotion. If you want to do this with me while you're on the live, do it. I don't always do this on the lives, but just do it, okay? So I'm feeling the anxiety right now. Well, I don't even want to label it. I'm just feeling the feeling, okay? Still at like, when it started, it was like at a 4. You'll notice when you're feeling the feeling, it goes up and down kind of like a mountain. Like it'll go up and down and up and down, and then depending on where in your body it is, it starts to flutter. Like my heart's fluttering now because I'm allowing myself to feel, right? So think of it as like, it's kind of like a little blockage you have. Think of it as like a crystal blockage in your body. When you feel it, you dissolve it. So I'm taking by feeling it, you take a sledgehammer and you break it and you break it and you break it. It's just an old insecurity or trigger. That's all it is. So I'm feeling it. You can breathe into it. You could even tap out of it if you want. There's different ways to do this. So just feel it. I'm still feeling it. It's like at a 2 now, maybe. You gotta wait till it's at a 0. You'll know when it's done. It just like keeps going, right? Hala, just feel. Don't worry so much about commenting. I know some of you guys are doing this with me, and you know I've done this with you guys multiple times. I've even made videos about it. Just imagine your hand there. Hala, just feel it. Do not type anymore because you're getting too analytical. Just feel. Just put your hand on your heart and feel. Or just imagine your hand on your heart. If you're in public, just imagine your hand there, feeling it, and just feel it. You can walk around and feel it. I do it all the time. Okay, now it's down to a 2. This is obviously a trigger for me too sometimes. I swear sometimes even I will be like surprised, like, oh, that's still within me? Okay. And I just feel it. Long story short, I'm not going to sit here and feel it on the entire live, but sometimes I try to. Once you get it down to a 0, then you entertain the version of you that has the opposite. Well, with the version of me that's fully confident feel, right? What is the version of me that knows that everything is happening for her easy and effortless? What is the version of me that wants for nothing because she has everything? What is the version of me that has perfect self-concept feel? What is the version of me that feels like a winner feel? What does it feel? What is the version of me that's always chosen feel? What is the version of me that knows she can't fuck this up feel? What is the version of me that everything works for? What is the version of me that knows that I can't mess this up feel? What is the version of me that even when I think things aren't working, it's always working for me? What is the version of me that can never fail feel, right? Boom, there you go. You just did it. That's how you shift. You don't have to use affirmations, but you can use visualization. You can imagine yourself looking in the mirror and be like, man, I fucking did it. I'm her now. I'm confident. Do you hear a little girl in the background? She walks up and down the hall and she likes talking to Chip. Literally, you can imagine yourself in the mirror being like, wow, I did it. I'm fucking glowing. I'm hot. I'm sexy. Wow. I'm pretty badass. I'm her now. It feels amazing. Literally, just imagining that is that too. Or you can have inner conversations with yourself. Damn, Maria. Look at you winning everything you're doing. Even when you think that shit's not working in your favor, you still got those $75 waived. The more authentic you are, the more things work in your favor. You really do trust yourself. You're a winner. You know you can do anything. Everything comes to you easily. So easily. You're just so good. That's all inner conversations are. It's kind of like affirmations, but it's having a conversation with yourself. Or if that's doesn't do it for you, you can imagine your mom being like, my own mother looking at me and be like, I'd get sad because my mom's not with us anymore. That's my mama, by the way. That's my mommy. You guys see her? Ooh, hands going the wrong way. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. I have to go. I forgot because it's on camera. It goes the opposite. That's my mama. So I can imagine my mama in front of me, right? Because I trust her. She is in spirit form, unfortunately. I'll imagine her in front of me and I'll just imagine her be like, Maria, you did it. I'm so proud of you. She has a really Greek accent. You can do anything. You're so powerful. I'm always with you. I love you. Like, that's how she talked to me. You're an amazing human being. You can do anything. Look at all the amazing things you did. Even today, when you thought you could not do this, you did it. You're powerful. It's all easy for you. You can have anything you want, Maria. Ό,τι θέλεις. Ό,τι θέλεις in Greek means whatever you want. Σ' αγαπάω, αγάπη. I love you, honey. But do you see what I mean? That's like me entertaining, and I use my mom as inner conversations, or I can just visualize her in front of me. I could imagine being on the phone with her, right? Just so you guys know. Okay. How to deal with self-sabotage. Stop saying you self-sabotage. Why not just say, I self-encourage, I self-empower? You're in a state of self-sabotage, so you're going to keep self-sabotaging. Feel it. Do exactly what I just did. Feel it, deal with it, and then become, what would the version of me that always feels confident? But you got to feel it first. Don't just start entertaining without feeling it. It's really important you let go of resistance. I went to Greece a couple months ago. It was very nice. Oh, thank you. I'm going to Greece in July, so in a couple weeks. I am going to Greece for Greek wedding. Friend getting married in an island. I'm so excited for the wedding. Souvlaki is so yummy. I only like chicken. I don't eat red meat. I don't eat mammals anymore. I only eat things that fly and swim. That's me though. Hola, señorita. I love the idea that using ancestors to praise you. Why not? They're in spirit form. You can believe they're you pushed out. Guys, if anyone's passed away, you can tune into them. You know that, right? Like they're within you. I get sad about my dad sometimes because my dad passed away quite recently. And I imagine having conversations with him sometimes if I don't get too emotional. That is something I'm still dealing with, but. Oh, hater, that's the level of pain you're feeling when you're feeling the resistance. Like you want to get the pain down. Guys, if any of this, if you want help with this, just know I offer coaching. Link is in the bio. Go to my YouTube and follow me if you want to win a free coaching session. Once I hit 10,000 subscribers, you guys have a chance to win. And the more you like and comment, the more chance you have of winning. I will make a video tonight. All right, guys, I am pooped. I need to go. I was trying to figure out that software shit earlier. Sorry about the mix up with YouTube. I got to figure that out. But till then, look forward. There'll be an interview probably up on, maybe tomorrow, depending on if I can. It's a lot of editing. And I will upload this too, okay? Bye, guys. Love you. Helping you manifest the right way. All right, now I'm really leaving. Sa sarapo, besties. Sarapo means I love you in Greek. Oh, thank you. This is actually in English, but I bought this when I was really young. Kisses from